Cargill by David Snyder. Who is Cargill? Cargill is a company that specializes in food, ingredients, agricultural solutions, and industrial products. Cargill has 160,000 plus employees, operates in 70 countries, and sells to a total of 125 markets. Originally founded in 1865 in Conover, Iowa by William Cargill. Now, Cargill is based in Wayzata, Minnesota, which is just outside of Minneapolis. CSR strategies. Cargill has a wide set of goals that directly apply to CSR. Their goal is to utilize their position in the food supply chain and to help different stakeholders that they affect. The specific ones that they highlight are climate, land and water, and people. These three groups of stakeholders encompass all of them that Cargill affects. Aside from these goals, Cargill Code of Conduct also gives a window into their guiding principles. These principles are following the law, conducting their business with integrity, keeping accurate and honest records, honoring business obligations, treating people with dignity and respect, protecting Cargill's information, assets, and interests, and being committed to being a responsible global citizen. Environmental practices. Cargill's environmental practices revolve around two separate areas. The first of these areas is climate. They have promised to reduce their absolute greenhouse gas emissions by 10% from their level in 2017, and emissions from their extended supply chain by 30% by 2030. To do this, they are reducing emissions, sequestering carbon, innovating with new products and solutions, scaling up emerging markets, and supporting climate policy. Out of all of these, I'd say the most important part of it would be scaling up emerging markets. A lot of emerging markets are a lot more carbon intensive than other markets because they rely a lot more on fire, smaller setups, and overall are less energy efficient. If they work on basically scaling those up, making them larger and more like what we see here in the US and Europe, especially with agriculture, they're going to, number one, protect the soil a lot more, and number two, they're going to make sure that it takes less greenhouse gas emissions to produce more food, which is overall better for the environment. The second is land and water. With this goal, they are promoting sustainable agriculture and promoting agricultural solutions that protect and conserve local water resources. A prime example of this are our local rivers around Illinois and Iowa. With the amount of pollution that goes into them, if Cargill can help protect that, it's all for the better. Social practices. Cargill has several different social commitments that are based off of two commitments. These are commitments to farmers, livelihoods, and human rights. To promote farmers' livelihoods, they partner with farmers to help them adopt sustainable agriculture, improve to access of farmers to the best markets, and promoting the voice of farmers through storytelling and advocacy. To promote human rights, Cargill has made forced labor, and child labor unacceptable in their supply chain, and promoted land rights, health and safety, fair wages, and working hours, and workers' voices within their factories and facilities. The economic practices. Cargill's sustainable economic practices start with their business code of ethics. This includes several rules that highlight good business practices that allow them to run an efficient and honest business. Earlier on in the slides, I highlighted these, but I'll highlight them again. These principles that really include this are obeying the law, conducting their business with integrity, keeping honest records, honoring business obligations, treating people with respect, and protecting information, assets, and interests. Creating this detailed of a code of conduct helps to guide the company away from bad economic principles. Cargill's social impact. The social impact of Cargill is another large part of the company. Community service done by Cargill includes an investment of $110.5 million into charities that support their communities. Along with this, Cargill business and employee-led groups help out around the communities that they're in. The quality of life for employees at Cargill revolves around creating a safe and fair workplace with fair pay for all employees. Cargill's DEI programs involve inviting all perspectives, building a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive team, and advocating diversity, equity, and inclusion in their supply chain. Some business resource groups within Cargill are the Cargill Ebony Council, the Cargill Ability Network, Cargill Pride Network, Cargill Hispanic Latino Council, Cargill Veteran Military Support Network, Cargill Women's Network, Cargill Young Professionals Network, and the Cargill Asian Alliance Network. Summary. Overall, Cargill has done a good job at shifting its business strategy towards CSR to adjust for the times that we live in. With their focus being on creating a profit and measuring their social and environmental impact, they have shifted towards a triple bottom line strategy. Their utilization of CSR strategies described in past slides has allowed them to transition to this point. In the future, Cargill is a company that I would very much consider working for, specifically because my undergrad is ag business, along with getting my MBA here, along with all the detail in these slides give me a lot more encouragement for the knowledge that Cargill actually cares about people other than just their investors. Overall, have a great day.